I want to move on to Eric Bieniemy uh, being rehired, it looks like, as the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs. I actually love this. I
Hmm.
think that Eric coming back to KC will be more comfortable. Like, hey, man, I'm just OC. This is who I
Hmm.
am here in Kansas City. I got a relationship with Andy and Patrick Mahomes. I can come in here and crack the whip and hold these guys accountable. Let Andy continue to be the nice guy that Andy loves to be and just draw up plays. I think this is a win win for Eric and a win win for the Chiefs.
I agree with you. I think it's the perfect thing. I think their time apart has probably created a greater affinity for both parties. Not only Andy, but I think maybe the organization has a better feel for what Eric Bieniemy did when he was the offensive coordinator previously. When we talk about Andy Reid and his strengths as a play caller, he is that. But as you know, there has to be diversity on your staff in terms of good cop, bad cop. And for the things that Andy Reid is, he probably leans more to the good cop. Eric is better served to be the bad cop to hold everyone accountable. I thought it was telling when he was released, I think maybe from the Commanders, and he helped out with them in their Super Bowl preparation before they played the Baltimore Ravens in the AFC Championship game. And Patrick Mahomes talked about how they missed that. There was something that has obviously been missing from the Chiefs the last few years. And whether or not Eric Bieniemy is the best tactician or play caller or those things, doesn't matter. His presence provides something that was lacking in that locker room in terms of accountability, in terms of discipline and detailed or whatever is needed there. Also, the elusive thing that has gotten away from Eric Bieniemy has been the head coaching job. His best opportunity to probably land a head coaching job would be from within in Kansas City because there would be enough people that could advocate for him, i.e., Patrick Mahomes, if and when Andy Reid decides to walk away, he's probably better served to get that job than any other. Because we've seen the circuit, right? You can only interview 11, 12 times and be told no. You're not going to get it that way. So it's going to have to be an internal hire. And if it's not that, it reminds me of Sherm Lewis. Sherm Lewis was a longtime offensive coordinator in the league, longtime offensive coordinator for Mike Holmgren in Green Bay, and those things. And it was always that conversation about Sherm Lewis getting a head job, and it never materialized. But man, he went down as one of the best offensive coordinators in ball because he eventually had to be okay with this is going to be my role. And I think sometimes, man, roles are there for a reason. And Eric Bieniemy may have an opportunity to be a head coach, but his role may just be to be a great Super Bowl champion offensive coordinator where he's at.
The other thing we have to recognize, Bucky, is it's not the 1990s. It's not back when you were playing. It's
Hmm.
2025, and the coordinator can make three, four, five, $6 million a year
Hmm.
and draw up plays or handle his side of the football and do all that, but not have to deal with everything the head coach does. It's a great living. And you look at, like, right now, no one's talking about Spagnola with any of these head coaching jobs. He's
Mm-mm.
a defensive coordinator, very well respected. I'm sure they're paying him anywhere from $3 to $5 million a year. I'm sure they're willing to do the exact same thing for Eric
Yep.
Bieniemy, and it's a great life. And you're involved with ball. You're winning championships. I think, having been someone that was like, hey man, y'all making too much about Eric Bieniemy being a head coach.
Hmm.
It's not who
Yeah.
he is. As an offensive coordinator for Andy Reid, ideal. And like you said, I think if he's going to get a head coaching job, it would be from within the Chiefs organization. This is a win for everybody involved. Hopefully, this will turn out well. A couple other topics I want to get with you on, and I want to start with, because you're a defensive back, uh, catch or interception. Um, Jaquan McMillan, Brandon Cooks, catch or interception.
Has to be an interception because you can't make it a catch because Brandon Cooks didn't finish with the ball and didn't secure the catch completely. That has to be an interception. And the people that are breaking it down. One of the things that annoys me about NFL football when it comes to the replays, they always show the replays in slow motion. They never show it in real time. And in real time, there's no way that you could say that that is a Brandon Cooks catch because he hits the ground and doesn't finish with the ball. To me, it's a lot of conversation about nothing. That was clearly an interception. We have seen more controversial things happen. To me, that wasn't controversial at all. Brandon Cooks didn't finish with the rock. That's why McMillan got up immediately and had the interception.
It what ended up, because initially watching the game live, I was like, oh man, that's a catch, that's wrong. And then when I thought about it, and I was like, well, hold on. If that ball had landed on the ground after that
Yeah.
fall and them tussling for the ball, everyone would have been like, "Oh, that's an incompletion. He didn't survive. He didn't survive the ground."
Right.
So if it falls on the ground, there's no controversy at all. Well, if it never falls on the ground and the other guy ends up with the ball, it's an interception. But Mike Pereira made some comments about just all the comments about refereeing and reiterated a point that I think a lot of people have been saying now for 20, 30 years is we need full-time refs. Would that fix help improve anything?
I don't know if fix, help, or improve anything. It would probably make their life maybe a little easier. But a lot of the referees that I know, I have a college teammate that is a referee who's a dentist. I mean, I don't know if he wants to give up his practice to be an official full time. I don't know what the money evens up at, but I do understand there's a lot of conversation about that. But right now, like just you just think about the amount of technology that they assist the referees with. New York is basically a puppeteer when it comes to the calls that we see on Sundays. Like they have the advanced replay, they have replay assist, they have people from the control center calling in. I mean, I don't know how much more we can do. And I'm gonna say this, there should be a human error element to that. The game is played by humans. It's not played by or officiated by robots. There's going to be some imperfections in the game. Like that's kind of a part of it. Like in basketball, they talk about the ball don't lie. Like that has to be a thing. But I think we're so conditioned that we cry and whine about everything. Where some of it, man, we got to play through some of these adverse situations to get to the other side. You've talked about ball teaching life lessons. Life ain't fair. Sometimes you have to play through some things. And I'm not saying that these referees are making egregious errors on purpose, but there is a human element to it that you have to work around.